And you had mentioned that resting metabolic rate can go up 20% when someone is injured. And that was just mind blowing to me. And I counsel folks on this stuff all the time. So it was really cool to hear some of those numbers and understanding that, yeah, this is a big deal. And I've occasionally had folks that I've referred to a dietitian, and it turns out they're eating 1,600 calories a day, right? So not even enough to sustain someone who's not active. And so having some bigger conversations about that can be helpful. And it's funny, actually, when I just said calories out loud, I realized how infrequently I talk about calories when I talk about nutrition. So it sounded funny coming out of my mouth, but I think sometimes for folks who have looked at those numbers or looked at their ingredients on the back of a cereal box, that's the number that's always on there. Like, this is what we're supposed to be consuming on a daily basis.
Yeah, numbers can be they can be helpful, hurtful, or kind of neutral, right? And so for some of the athletes I work with, it can kind of put into perspective if they are, literate with how many calories certain foods have, and just like the perspective of it all.
Yeah, I think that's really important. And I think when it comes to injuries, nutrition is often one of those things people push aside and don't really think about because they're so focused on the physical piece of what's happening. Something that I kind of want to jump into a little bit further with this case is kind of get into a little bit of the nitty gritty, because I think people are really going to want to know, like, if someone listens to this and says, I have a proximal hamstring injury, what should I do? Or what am I missing? Or what should I be looking at? I think we can go into that a little bit more